Mute.
My bro says mute right when we go live. All right, boys and girls, it is time for the Brothers Hack the Matrix, the show that always has its screen on, not just on St. Patrick's Day, right now. All right, it is time to hack the Matrix on this fine St. Patrick's Day. I'm here with my brother from the same mother, the Hylunder. What's going on, man?
Slunty.
Oh, yeah, it's St. Patty's Day. You know. Ting!
Kashmack.
Got to have
Cheers,
it.
everyone. Happy St. Patty's Day.
Happy birthday to Mandarin Orange.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel's one and only niece from this side of the family. What's going
That's
on, man?
it. You know what? God dog it. I was right in the middle of sending her a text, and Kim called me, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to do that right now. How are you doing? How'd the show go?
I'm doing fantastic. The show went great. I guess I should show that off, shouldn't I?
Yes.
Let's see. My picture is right in here. Let me find it real quick. There it is. And we'll blow it up no, we're not going to blow it up. Okay. So what I worked on during the show, what he's talking about is we did a thing called Shop to You Drop. And by the way, anybody that was going to tune in for this Friday, sorry, but there was something wrong with the Wi-Fi in the Bossier City Civic Center, so
Whoopsie.
I didn't get to do a show on Friday. So anyway, we were at Shop to You Drop. It's a vendor market show that our cousin Heidi runs. Shout out to her. And
shout out.
Anyway, what I do is I go in there and I show off my wares for doing pencil sketch portraits and stuff. And I've been wanting to do this portrait of, you guys know I'm doing a comic book, and I've been wanting to do a family portrait of my close family, mom and dad and the kids thing. And I've been wanting to do it in the characters I created for the comic book. So I started it last Friday on the show, and I continued it, and it is looking pretty damn awesome. that one right there, the big guy with the tri-cornered hat, of course, is me. But to the left of me is David, right? That's Rhonda's son, David. He's an Iraq War veteran, so we put him in the beret. He's the head of the United Planets Special Forces, right?
United Planets.
And then, and me and him both have the same symbol on our hats, right?
Word.
And then you've got the Royal Fox, of course. She's over here casting a spell. And down here is birthday girl, Amanda.
Manders.
She's flying. She's got wasp wings, right? And she's on fire. She's got lava for skin and stuff. It's not finished yet, but it's got a damn good start. I really dig the way it's looking, man. I think it's really cool. So,
are you going to leave it black and gray, or are you going to put some color to that?
No, I'm going to put some color to that, dude. Yeah, this is just I'm going to do the pencil sketch really detailed, though. I'm almost done with it, but I want to put some more details in there before I put, take that picture that I'm going to take of it and put it in the Procreate program and start doing the color and everything. I want to have a lot of details in it, but I like the way it looks. It's coming out fantastic. Yeah. It really is. Okay. Let's check in with the chat real quick and see who's here. We got E. Clay Thomas is in early. We've got Janet from Another Planet. If you guys missed our show Wednesday, she showed up and really did have a good time with us over there on State of the Atmosphere, the Pop Culture Show. Thanks for coming last Wednesday, Janet. Always welcome. This is the show I do with my brother, and it's just me and him. No visitors in this one. It's just me and him talking about today's current events. And then we got Low Spec is in. So it's good to see you guys. And they all want to know what you're sporting tonight, bro. What's up?
Bro,
what are you sporting?
It's the Charvel. This thing is a slash shredding machine.
A slash shredding machine. It's funny you put it that way.
Look, see how thin it is, dude. It's got the comfort cut on it, man. It's got 24 frets, and you can really rip up and down this fretboard right here. So this is actually the guitar that I tracked our opening music with. I had
very cool.
Yeah, dropped down to drops C sharp D, something like that. So yeah, I dig this one right here. It's fun to play. So that's what we're rocking tonight.
All right, very cool. And let's see. We've got Wolverine Snicked is in. Says happy St. Patty's Day. All right. Well, it's good to see you guys. Very good to see you guys. Well, okay, look, boss. I can relax for a little bit, can I? On St. Patty's Day? No.
Yo.
He says yo.
Oh.
No.
Yo. That guy's the greatest, dude.
I swear, dude. He tells me it's time to start the top of the heap, man. It's time to start the top of the heap. I guess we gotta.
Yeah, we got to.
But, the top of the heap, the headline portion of it, Danny really digs because, it's his beloved LSU Tigers winning yet another championship for that school.
I mean, I can't say this enough. Look at the score. You know what I'm saying? So, there you go.
Yeah, beating their rival Florida, right? Oof. Not good, man. Not good. But
it's great is what
the thing he doesn't like is what we got to cover to begin with, and it's always
same old.
Eject! Fire on the flight deck. This business will get out of control. It'll get out of control, and we'll be lucky to live through it.
Yeah, man, it's that saber rattling going on all over the globe.
Yeah, and they're having an election right about now with all that saber rattling.
Yep, we're going to get into that. But we always start with the Guardian. What we know on day 753. Attacks continue. Let's see. Ukrainian war briefing. Drone ignites Slavensk refinery in Russia.
Ooh.
Sabotage plagues election. Wow, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay. So
there's a lot of protests and things like that. So yeah, there's another one right there.
Ukraine updates Russia's Belgorod hit again amid election. Russia says Ukraine shelled Belgorod, killing a teenager and a man in the city. It is in the latest series of cross-border attacks as Russians cast their vote in presidential elections. DW has more.
Which is hilarious in its own right. Casting their votes for presidential election, he has no opposition. Any opposition has either jailed or put to death. So
I was gonna say, who's running against him? Who's got the cojones?
Nobody publicly.
Nobody publicly, right?
No.
Oh man, I swear to God, yeah. I mean, what's his name? Navalny or Navalny? Yeah, Navalny. That's his name. That's the guy that died in the gulag.
Yeah,
a month ago.
You know, and his lawyer was put in jail for public whatever nuisance. Anyway, anybody that steps across Pootie Tang is going to be dealt with immediately. So yeah, he has got no opposition. He's going to be their whatever president or whatever for another 6 years. So there you go.
Because we all know Pootie Tang. He's
got my dillies on a pepper tank.
There you go. Yeah. That's his acceptance speech.
Got my dealings on the pepper tank. Yeah,
man.
You know. Have it. Russians crowd polling stations in apparent protest as Putin set to extend his rule. I love how they put that. Extend his rule.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. I mean, I don't know what else you'd call it. I mean, again, it's funny that they're having elections and voting for this.
I'd love to see one of those ballots. See who is actually put on there as the opposition.
Yeah, there's no other names for the ballot. It's probably in big, bold fonts. Putin in one box to check. That's it.
Right. Choices.
Check here or disappear. There you go. Check. That's a great campaign slogan. Check here or disappear. There you go.
Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Nudge, nudge. Know what I mean? Say no more.
No doubt. See there? You boys know what time it is.
It's crazy, dude.
Check here or disappear.
Okay, check here or disappear. That's it. All right. So there's also some saber rattling going on in Israel, and we've got a lot of stuff in the earthquakes about this.
Israel.
But Israel proves plan to attack Rafah, but keeps truce hopes alive. And then this one here, the IDF should attack Hezbollah with full force. Peace with Palestinians no time soon. What is this all about?
Well, that's just that's the people that live in Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Despite what the media is pumping out there and how Israel is being monsters and all, the people that live there in that country, 60 to 70% are behind the government. They're behind what they're doing to Hamas. They say we need more of it, and they don't believe that there's going to be a political solution to that thing. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. People in other countries, they want to impose and project their shit onto Israel. They don't live there. People that live there and lost family members to that November 7th thing,
right?
They're about it. So
their country, they are.
They're all safety. So there you go.
But you know what, boys and girls? We decided this week we're keeping the top of the heap very short because it's St. Patrick's Day. We're supposed to be in a good mood today. It's St. Patrick's Day. That's right. And you know how the Irish act on St. Patrick's Day. It's all the way around.
A week-long celebration.
Even the boss is getting into it.
Yo.
It's my understanding they have a week-long celebration over there in celebration of St. Patty's Day.
Of course.
Jockstrap. Here we go.
As well they should. But it's time to get into the jockstrap. That's right.
Well, the
jockstrap. We're only 14 minutes in and we're out of the top of the heap. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah. I really do. Yes. But we don't. The reason why we cover top of the heap first is so you don't forget there are two major wars going on right now. So
absolutely they are.
But anyway, let's get into the jockstrap. Let's see what's going on with those millionaires that trying to get something done. A
lot of things happen in the jockstrap. A lot of exciting.
A lot of things. The major story in the jockstrap, boys and girls.
NFL making moves.
The NFL free agency. It has gone absolutely ballistic. It really has. And as usual, I think Jerry Jones said that the Cowboys are all in. Didn't I hear something like that?
Are they really? They're like the Saints. They haven't done anything but bleed players, you know?
Right.
Cal Flop is bleeding players to rival teams, by the way.
Right.
Saints just aren't doing anything, you know?
But, I thought this video was pretty funny. Hang on a second. Let me pop this up here. Where's my button? There it is. Let me turn the sound on. Here we go. That's the entire Eastern Division. That they all doing their part, but the Cowboys ain't doing fucking shit.
Just so you know, I'm not hearing anything over here.
Oh, you're not? Hang on a second. I'm sorry. Let's try that again. Here we go. Hang on. We got to let it go around again. Here's the audio for you, Dan.
I'm doing my part.
I'm Commanders, doing my part. Eagles,
I'm doing my
Giants.
part. I didn't do fucking shit.
I'm doing my part.
It's hilarious, dude.
This is what we're going to do. We're going to double team the guy that hasn't gotten a max contract yet. We're not going to let him get a shot off. Then we're going to single cover the guy that has the max contract. And then watch the guy that doesn't have the max contract bitch and complain about not getting the ball all night long and just watch them divide each other. Right. And those are little subtle things that we would do that simply comes from observation and understanding your opponent. There would be certain teams that have a player.
What was that about? Our guy Hennebro put that up there. What
Hennebro is a not so closet fan of Kobe Bryant. You saw my narrative. I said, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to shoot the ball 100 times, maybe, and shoot 20% from the field and be considered one of the greats that ever played. Where's my helicopter? There you go.
But getting back to the NFL, I thought it had something to do with free agency, but
no.
Okay. Getting back to the NFL, yes, it's been a monster wave, and I saw a guy say this earlier today, and he may not be wrong. This may be the most action we saw in the quarterback position in free agency in a long time. Of course, Baker Mayfield is staying put in Tampa, which I believe he earned it this year. He got him to the playoffs. In a tough division. A lot of people could say what they want about that division. Those teams beat each other up when they play each other. It's ridiculous.
Look, it just got a lot tougher, too, with the addition of freaking Kirk Cousins. Kirk
Cousins, yep. I've got that one here, too, Dan. Yep, absolutely. Kirk Cousins leaves the Vikings to join the Falcons on a 4-year contract. Oh, my God. And Danny's a fan of this guy. And he does not like where he's at, no doubt.
He's dead to me now. He's dead to me.
Right? He's dead to
like when Brady went to the Tampa Bay Bucks. Dead to me now.
Yeah, because he's playing against his beloved Saints.
But he's a solid quarterback, man.
He is. They won. I mean, they moved fast to get him too. I mean, free agency didn't start until Wednesday.
It'd be interesting to see how he performs after coming off that Achilles tendon, and he's not necessarily a young guy. So.
No, he's not. And he had turned me around on him because he was having the season of his life before he blew that thing out. It was ridiculous, man, how he was doing. So they made out like bandits. The Patriots, oh my gosh, they agreed to trade Mac Jones to Jacksonville. That makes my brother extremely happy.
Awesome.
And I believe they're going to be looking for a quarterback, no doubt, in the draft because they signed what's his name? He's been there already. Brister? No, not Brister. That's
Bobby Brister. I thought he did.
Brissett. What? I can't remember his first name.
Kobe Brissett?
Is it Jacoby Brissett?
Jacoby Brissett?
Is that his name? Yeah. He's going back to the Patriots, so he's definitely going to be a stopgap. Oh my God. What is with Tim?
Wow.
He must be upset because all of these people are here before him. But you know what? None of these people get this kind of treatment, Tim. Okay? None of them get the royalty treatment, man. And he knows what we're talking about.
There are some who call me Tim.
Where's my helicopter? Echo? That's dark. Oh, was there an echo? Damn it.
Echo.
Okay. All right. Yeah, see,
Echo.
need to just turn the sound off on this shit until we want sound.
Now pitching.
But we got a lot of
Manny
right.
Mota.
Manny Mota. No doubt. It's good to see you, Tim. Anyway, we got the Patriots unasking their quarterback. And guess who else unasked their quarterback? The Denver Broncos did. And it was funny. Russell Wilson is now going to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. I guess Russell Wilson has decided, since he's not going to play for the Seahawks anymore, that he's going to play every team that they played in the Super Bowl in the past. Okay. He played for Denver already. Now he's going to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I guess the Patriots will be his last stop on his way out the door, right?
Yes.
What the hell? But anyway,
that immediately makes, I mean, if he plays within himself, you know, they tend to like to run the football there in Pittsburgh. That immediately makes them a kind of a dangerous team. So,
and not only that, Dan, but look at what happened the next day. The next 48 hours were huge for the Pittsburgh Steelers after that, because apparently, from what some sources are saying, Mr. Pickett wasn't too happy about Russell Wilson coming there, so they unasked him to the Philadelphia Eagles, and they signed this guy, Justin Fields.
So that's why Fields comes to town. I missed the story about
Fields
Pickett.
comes to town. Yes.
Wow.
Pickett is now the Pittsburgh guy that played for Pitt in college, is now a Philadelphia Eagle. He's been sent across.
To be fair, I mean, I was rooting for Pickett too. I watched him in college, but he just did not ever look comfortable.
But did this guy win the lottery or what?
Yeah,
Fields is going to learn under a guy that's just like him, right? I mean, wow.
And Pittsburgh's got a solid defense. Mm-hmm. I think the only thing that Pittsburgh is lacking is a decent tailback.
Yeah. They need a horse. They do.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of moves. I don't have articles on all of these, but I will fill you guys in. Several running backs shuffling. Saquon Barkley is now going to be running for the Philadelphia Eagles. The Giants decided to part ways with him. That I don't understand. He's the best player on their team.
How about the Cowboys making Pollard their number one back, and then immediately he gets out of town to Tennessee?
Yeah, he's in Tennessee. And speaking of Tennessee, their old back is now with the Ravens. As if they don't run the ball enough. Now King Henry's going to be coming downhill at your ass there, AFC North.
Well, we'll see what he has left in the tank, man. So
I saw one of the funniest things, Dan. It said, here's the entire playbook for the Baltimore Ravens next year. It had a dive play and a quarterback sweep. That's all it had. Said with King Henry coming there, that's all they were going to run. They may not throw the ball this year.
I was really surprised how inept they were offensively against the Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs were peaking defensively for sure, but they just didn't make any adjustments at the halftime. That game was not a blowout, but
yep,
they just didn't do anything offensively, and I think they gave up on their run game a little bit too soon. But they'll have no excuse this year. I mean, if this guy's got anything left in the tank, we'll see, because they've got some other backs too that they can spell him. He doesn't have to be out there every play, so we'll see immediately. But, you asked me who's going to win the Super Bowl next year? Chiefs. There you go.
Yeah, Chiefs. Because you know what they're doing in free agency? They're signing everyone. They signed Chris Jones. They signed their corner that showed up this year, Snead. They're signing the guys they need to keep. You know what I mean? So,
we got a good linebacker. What's the guy's name? Gay from the Chiefs, linebacker, number 50. He had a good year. Saints signed him in free agency, so that's a good addition, So good thing that they did.
But it's crazy. I couldn't go over all the moves. We'd be here all night talking about the NFL. But it's been a lot, and there's a lot of quarterbacks. I mean, hell, Jimmy G is out in I think he's in LA now. I think the Rams signed him.
I know he was released by the
Turducken got signed by the Buffalo Bills. And the first thing,
still paying the guy.
Yeah. the first thing they did, the Buffalo Bills did, was get rid of their entire secondary. They had to do cap moves before,
that's not good.
Beginning of the league here, and their entire secondary get whacked. It was wild, man.
That is a section of your defense that's got to be solid from the jump street. It just doesn't. And the secondary, if you've got patchwork secondary in today's game, you're in trouble.
Mm-hmm. Who will win the Super Bowl next season? Someone from the NFL, I think. Nice, Tim. That's genius.
Tim dropping the knowledge. A nugget of gold from Tim.
All right. Well, one other thing in the jockstrap before we get out of it here today. One of my favorite players ever. I really, you know what I think of this guy, Dan? I think he was the Warren Sapp of this last decade. Rams Aaron Donald decided he was going to hang him up. Three-time defensive player of the year. I don't know that I've ever seen that except for maybe Ray Lewis. He might have done that. But three-time defensive player of the year, retiring from the NFL at the age of 32, Aaron Donald. And I really liked this little thing that NFL memes put together. It says, Dad, how good was Aaron Donald? Well, pictures say 1,000 words, don't they, folks? He gets mugged on every damn play. This is like watching what Cortez Kennedy used to have to play through. You know what I mean? If you're really good in the middle, they gang up on you, man.
When you look at his physique, he was about 20 pounds. He's basically a freaking tailback playing the defensive interior position. He was so quick, so strong, and really you had to defend him that way and make somebody else beat you because he was such a force. Those big guys just couldn't deal with his elusiveness.
Down block. They were trying to cut him off.
He gets the running back and the quarterback on that play.
His speed off the snaps was just unrivaled.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing. His get off was nuts, man. It's nuts.
Yeah.
He gets both the friggin' running back and the quarterback.
He does give up size, or he did before he, but his quickness and, he had that low center. So his pad level was always, that guy didn't set right, and he just gets tossed into the quarterback.
Yeah, he does. Because he was always low to start, and drove forward like it was nobody's business, man. His leverage was great.
Really have his way. He really would.
Yep. But this says it better than anything, boys and girls. Listen to this. This is the reaction of Geno Smith on a play where Aaron Donald comes free after a stunt. Watch this. I'll play it a couple of times so you can hear it, but listen to this.
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything. I'm not hearing anything.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Okay. Hang on. I'm sorry. It's me toggling this fucking thing, which I hate doing. Okay. Let it play through one more time, and then I'll let you guys hear it. His reaction is nuts.
Here we go.
From Aaron Donald.
On third down, Smith, pressure comes late.
Oh, my God.
Pressure coming.
Listen again, you'll hear him.
On third down, Smith, pressure comes late.
I thought for sure he was going to get fucking murdered.
Please
oh, my
don't
God.
kill me.
But look, Aaron Donald, and look, he is retiring at the age of 32. I guarantee you that guy could keep playing.
Sure he can, but look at the money these guys are making now.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to punish their bodies till they're 40.
No.
So.
Well, he's a smart guy, too. He's never been stupid. And it's like, some of the smarter guys you've ever seen, they retire at early ages, man, like Barry Sanders did. He had a lot left in the tank when he quit.
Andrew Luck retired early.
Andrew Luck said, that's enough of this. I got a future to think about, man. I can't do this the rest of the
my eggs scrambled when I'm 30 years old, man. So.
Right? Come on, man. What the hell? But, so hats off to Aaron Donald. We're going to miss you. I'm going to miss watching you play. He played for the team I can't stand in my division, the fucking Rams. I hate them. I mean, the year we went to the Super Bowl, they went 6-10 with Jeff Fisher as their head coach, and their 6 wins were a sweep of the entire division. They couldn't win a game outside of it, but they swept our division. They knew how to beat the teams in their division. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. So, hey,
yeah.
Thank you for the memories. A great ball player, and good luck into your future, man. So, yeah, here's to Aaron Donald, man. Cheers to him. Tink.
Yes. Let's give it to him. Tank. Yes.
All right.
Got to do it on St. Patrick's Day, you know. Shout out to all of our Irish relatives up there in Maine.
See.
Okay. Yeah, boss. Look, me and Dan.
Yo.
He just won't let up, man. He will not let up. Okay, boys and girls, it is time for the flicks.
Look out. Damn it.
It is time for the flicks, boys.
How does he not see that coming? How does he
not
know,
bro?
Oh.
He wasn't a Jedi yet. I've told you that several
gone
times.
Forever, dude. Gone forever. Golden diaper. Oh, there goes his hand again. Come on, bro.
The thing I hate is the guy at the end of this.
Oh, there it goes again.
Or the one that's, he's pretty close to the end of it. The golden diaper is actually the end of the clip, but the one I hate, that's my man Bruce Willis, dude.
Bruce.
The fact that he can't make movies anymore sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
Okay, boys and girls.
Communication's a thing for him now. So
we start the flicks with, as usual, the box office receipts for this weekend.
Yes.
And this weekend looks like Kung Fu Panda wins again. 2 weeks in a row, it was number one. It eked out like 900,000 domestically more than Dune Part 2.
Kim took granddaughters to see Kung Fu Panda. They're big fans of that. So.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. Jack Black, you can't go wrong, man. The dude's funny. Can't go wrong. Guys,
Tenacious D.
Tenacious D. He's awesome. He rocks. But anyway, who was blowing up my phone during the damn show?
Who knows?
Did, of course. He's
some
not even
communist.
I'm sure.
Communist.
Anyway, those two are followed by Arthur the King. Now that I don't know if you've seen the trailer for this one, Dan, but this is Mark Wahlberg. I believe it's based on a true story about a guy that was doing one of these. You've heard of the triathlon, but this is a much longer version of it. It's like a cross country race where you have to do swimming and.
If it's not the Iditarod, it ain't worth the shiza.
Listen to
them boys give it up. Man.
Anyway, a dog attaches himself to him named Arthur, and it goes with him all the way through the race. Apparently, anyway, that's what that one's about. Then you've got Imaginary, which is a horror movie, and Cabrini.
Imaginary, that's the Hollywood longing for the better times. It's Imaginary.
It's Imaginary. Yeah, not coming back anytime soon either, folks. But I do have to say the Oscars were a little bit better this year. Hang on a second. We've got Tim blowing up our chat. Let's see. What's he saying? Question. Do you think they will stop having Super Bowls in New Orleans because of the Superdome is not as good as the new super stadiums? No, they will always have the Super Bowl down there in New Orleans.
They'll always have the Super Bowl in New Orleans because New Orleans knows how to handle their buzz. So have Super Bowl.
I was supposed to say the professional partiers, first of all.
They know how to handle it.
Yeah, they know how to throw a party. And the other thing about it is it's a dome stadium in a warm weather state. So weather is not a factor. They will continue to have it in New Orleans. They like that venue. Of course, they're going to have to update their stadium. Every once in a while.
They get to go to Bourbon Street. They get to go to French Quarter, Canal Street. There's all kinds of. If you've never been down to New Orleans, you're missing out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just watch out for the bullets.
Yeah, just watch out for the bullets.
The bullets and the knives.
That's any major city. That's any major city.
That's any major city in the state of Louisiana. Even Monroe.
Including the one including Monroe. That's not a major city, really. It's a mid-sized city.
Who knew?
But anyway. All right. So they did happen after we went off the air, so I wanted to make sure that we covered it in case you guys didn't see. Oppenheimer won Best Picture. Emma Stone got Best Actress. I do have a short video to show you guys, but Yeah, it was a good night for the Oscars. A lot less politics involved this
Let me
time
ask
around.
you this, Joe John, real quick.
Go ahead.
Were you happy with Jimmy Kimmel hosting, or were you?
No, I'm never happy with him hosting, and I've got some stuff to tell you about that right here in just a second. But no, I'm never happy with that guy hosting because he's a complete douche. The way he treated Robert Downey Jr. at the beginning of that, he knew he was getting to him, and he kept trolling him, and it was just it was shit. The guy's an asshole.
The thing about Kimmel is, and if anybody has ever followed his career, he did a show called The Man Show on Comedy Central, which was straight up sexist, man. Straight up sexist. So anybody that thinks this guy is holier than thou, that guy's a piece of shit.
He is, absolutely. And you know what? The better talent on that show was the other guy. He was the dude that wrote half of the shit they did, and he's still a commentator today. He's got a podcast. You have to go looking for it, though. And he's fantastic. Follow him, man. He's great. He really is. But Kimmel, it's a complete dirtbag, man. Riding the coattails of everybody he's ever been around. No doubt about it. But anyway, I did want to show you some of the highlights. I got a short video here. Let me make sure I got everything up here. Of course, I'm going to have to start it over. Hang on.
For so long,
Let me run this back. It was some good moments.
Dead air. We have dead air.
You're going to have to hang on, Daniel.
Damn it.
You want to start producing? You do it.
Unprofessional.
Whatever. Have a drink. Here we go.
Just happy that we can finally put this Barbenheimer rivalry behind us.
The way this award season's turned out wasn't that much of a rivalry, so just let it go.
Ouch.
Oh, it's true.
Should we give out some Oscars? All right.
I'd like to thank my terrible childhood and the Academy in that order.
You both tried to kill Batman.
He's right here.
That was cool.
It's real, right?
No. Then to whom have I been sending my tasteful nudes?
Tasteful nudes.
You know what? It's not a joke.
You wrestle naked.
Dude, I don't wrestle naked. I wrestle in jorts.
Jorts are worse than naked.
Thank you to Greta. I love you. Thank you for this.
It's Barbie and Ken. Even if neither one of you wins an Oscar tonight, you both already won something much more important, the genetic lottery.
Look who's next to him, man. You recognize that guy, Dan? That's Slash.
I felt so much joy making this
I
movie.
know that is.
People who experience that joy, and they are out there. I promise you, the next Martin Scorsese's out there, the next Greta's out there. They just want a shot, and we can give them one.
For so long, I've always wanted to be different. And now I realize I just need to be myself.
My dress is broken. I think it happened during I'm Just Ken.
For better or for worse, we're all living in Oppenheimer's world, so I would really like to dedicate this to the peacemakers everywhere.
Movies are just a little bit over 100 years old. We don't know where this incredible journey is going from here, but to know that you think that I'm a meaningful part of it means the world to me. Thank you very much.
It was a pretty good night. There was only one big stain on it, really. They had a couple of political moments, and a couple of them couldn't be avoided. We had a couple of movies. One of them was called The Zone of Interest. It had to do with
the Dead Zone of Interest.
No, not the Dead Zone of Interest, but it had to do with a family living outside of Auschwitz, outside of a camp during World War II. Right?
Oh, Jesus.
And the communication between the kids, and so of course they brought up Gaza and that what's going on there, and then another one, I think it was the best documentary, had to do with the war in Ukraine. So of course they talked about that, but of course Jimmy Kimmel got up there and decided that he was going to make himself part of the show when he read a tweet by Donald Trump on Truth Social. reviewing the Oscars. And what's funny is if you read the tweet, it's hilarious. It's a great friggin' review of Jimmy Kimmel's performance on the Oscars because he sucks. You know what I mean? And that's what he was saying, right? Yeah. And he read the whole thing. Well, I mean, his wife tried to get him not to do it. According to People magazine, Jimmy Kimmel's wife says she tried to stop him from reading Donald Trump's comments at the 2024 Oscars. I was totally off. And apparently he told him, hey, it'll be fine, right? And he sounded like a totally friggin' flustered dude when he was doing it. I think the joke he said afterwards was, isn't it past your jail time or something like that? You know, funny. That was his joke. It was stupid.
Emma Stone. If you've never watched Birdman, she's great in that movie.
Yeah.
Great. That's a
great period. That's her second Oscar, Dan. That's the second one she's won. I mean, she's really good. Yeah.
What did she win her first Oscar for?
I'm not sure. Let's look real quick. We can find out. Take us just a second to
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Birdman because that was a great movie. Great story.
Let me go here. Let me get this up where folks can see it real quick. We'll go right here. Emma Stone. Her first Oscar. Let's take a look. Might be La La Land. Producer, soundtrack, blah, 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 blah. It should have the awards. I guess I'll have to Google it. Hang on. Okay, so I will find that out. I will find that out and have that answer by the end of the show. But anyway, yeah, that's, that was the only moment that was really bad was Kimmel acting like he was making fun of Donald Trump when he was just making fun of himself, really, But anyway, one more thing under the flicks, which is all the pop culture stuff. I do want to shout out to Ripaverse. I don't know if you ordered this, Dan, or if you keep up on the Ripaverse. But
I've ordered some stuff from Ripaverse. I haven't ordered this one though.
Yaira #1 became his fastest book to $1 million.
Oh yeah.
Right now it's sitting at I don't think this is right. Let me refresh it real quick.
Well, I tell you right now, this guy has got to be doing pretty well for himself. Between all the graphic stuff that he's put out, he's selling like, I mean, every time he puts something out, it sells. So the guy's doing pretty good. He's tapped into an audience that's looking for something different than DC and Marvel, so an Image. So he's capitalizing for sure. So good for him.
Well, the thing about him is, first of all, people that have followed him forever are very loyal because he has just for instance, Dan, he has a daily podcast around lunchtime called For Canon's Sake, where he calls out comics that destroy their own canon. You know what I mean? These new style of artists that like to subvert expectations and stuff like that and just try and wreck things, He says, if you don't follow your own
rewrite some of these characters that otherwise has a huge fan base.
One I know you follow closely, The Punisher, how they've been twisting him over the last few years. You know what I mean? He calls that shit out, and he said in his mission statement for these books, I will never bust my own canon. We will stick to what we have written. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. And he's surrounding himself with really good talent, Dan. He's got a guy named Chuck Dixon who's been doing comics forever. That's helping him with it and stuff. Yeah. And it's
everything I bought from him so far is well written, and the art in it is really nice, high quality stuff. So money well spent for me. I like to look at the independent stuff anyway. So good stuff.
All right, look,
if you don't know, now you know, and you check it out. So
me and Danny like comic books. I can talk about that stuff, Sly. Give me a break. He says it's time for the earthquakes, bro.
Earthquakes.
Time for earthquakes, bro. Yeah.
No doubt.
it's time for those things that shake things up on a global or national scale. And we've got a few funnies to show you at the beginning of this by our what do we call them? Contributing correspondents. What do we call them, Dan? What?
Contributing correspondents. Yes.
Is that what we're going to call them? Okay.
Field reporters. Boom.
That's it. There you go. Field reporters. Like the Henna Bro. I hope he's watching. If he is, shout out to the Henna Bro. Love you, man. Hope things are going good in your world.
He's getting there. He's getting there.
Yeah. We got to show this one. The tag reads in it, the Chicago City Council just voted to approve a resolution calling for a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas.
Not between warring gangs in Chicago.
No, not between gangs in Chicago, but the war going on thousands of miles away. Okay, I've got to refresh it, and then I can turn the sound on. Should hear it. Why am I not hearing it?
We should.
Oh, I see.
No doubt.
I see what it is. I see what it is. Let me refresh it one more time.
We can't hear it.
I know. Why is it? It's
even though there is no tie.
It's this thing keeps muting it every time I know. But it keeps muting it. There we go.
A motion, even though there is no tie. So I will exercise my vote and my right. I vote aye.
You're Chicago. You can't get a ceasefire in your own town. Maybe you should spend a little bit more time trying to get your gangbangers and drug dealers and thugs to stop shooting toddlers in their car and 12-year-olds while they're walking home from school, and a little less time telling Israel to stop shooting the terrorists that murdered their people.
Yeah, I'd say she'd be spot on that one. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And why? There's your best and brightest.
Should have put that in best and brightest. Is that what you're saying?
Why can't we solve the problems at home like Chicago? Holy mackerel. Only rivaled by Monroe.
Good Lord. All right.
Entry report.
This next one, boys and girls. I'm telling you, we may be living. What was that movie?
Idiocracy.
Yeah, Idiocracy. We may be living in it. Watch this next one, boys and girls. Watch this. We may be in Idiocracy.
This is classic Rando if I've ever seen it right here.
And of course, it's muted.
Kites could pull cargo ships across the ocean and slash their carbon emissions. You may have seen kite surfers in action, harnessing the power of the wind to pull them over the sea. Now try to imagine this. The same concept applied to a 1,000 square meter kite flying 300 meters above the water. Only instead of towing a surfer across the waves, it's helping to propel a colossal cargo ship across the ocean. Well, that's the basic idea behind the Sea Wing, a technology being developed. This is being developed now. This is obviously in the very early stages, being developed by French company Airseas, which it says could help cargo ships reduce their fuel consumption and cut their carbon emissions by an average of 20%. The liberals have just discovered the concept of sailboats. Sailboats were invented in 4000 BC, at least. Here's the headline.
That's crazy, Daniel. That's unbelievable.
How much millions of dollars went into that research, right? Sailboats. Amazing. We should try that. We should try that.
You know what, Dan? There's nothing like one of our heroes, a guy that you and I both worked for at one time, telling people how it really is, bro. You know, when the ray gun speaks, it's a lot of fun. You know that. You know that.
A lot of things when you get my age remind you of stories. But this was a Democratic fundraising rally at a hotel. And outside, when all of them were coming out, there was a kid there with a bunch of puppies, and he was trying to sell them, and he was saying, "Come buy a Democrat puppy, buy a Democrat puppy." 2 weeks later, the Republicans held a fundraiser in the same hall. And there was the same kid with the same puppies. When they were coming out, he was saying, buy a Republican puppy. Well, one of the press, a newspaper man who'd seen him 2 weeks before, said, hey, kid, wait a minute. 2 weeks ago, you were trying to sell these puppies as Democrats. What are you doing here now trying to sell them as Republicans? The kid says, now they got their eyes open.
Absolutely.
That's awesome, man. I love that guy. I can
That is great.
listen to him speak all day.
That's from our
Clay Thomas says,
recruiting-
just wait. They discover the wheel.
in fire. The wheel in fire. And then the combustion engine. It'll be all cyclical again. We'll go back to sailboats. Then we'll discover the wheel, combustible engines.
Oh, my God.
Then we'll go back into freaking, fossil fuel. Hey, man, check it out, man. Check this out.
Now, this one right here, Danny showed me this week. You're gonna have to tell me about this guy, man. I didn't get a chance to read this stuff. I was busy with the show this weekend, but left behind after his comrades thought he'd fallen to enemy action, John Chapman fought a heroic last stand. What is up with this guy, man?
Look, this guy was an Air Force controller. He was attached to a SEAL group. This guy had seen a lot of action. And they went into a very hot spot. Their helicopter got shot down. He and a small group survived. He started doing his duty. But then he decides to, with the other people, to go and try to rescue these SEALs. They successfully extract these SEALs that were down in this helicopter, got them out. He stays behind and engages the fucking enemy, dude. And I mean, he engaged to the point where it was hand to hand. The only way that they could finally kill this guy, and this guy had some serious wounds. The only way they kill this guy is they hit him with an RBG because they could not take him out hand to hand. This guy stood his ground like nobody's business. And he first got a medal, the highest medal that the Air Force gives, but then there's video that they actually see where this guy is like, you know what, I'm all in here. And he went to town, dude. And yeah, he got the Medal of Honor. Amazing. I highly suggest anybody read that article. This guy right here was a real hero. At some point he said, you know what, I'm going out and this is what I'm doing.
This is War History Online.
Amazing. You want to talk about Captain America? That guy right there. Woo.
Captain America. John Chapman. Air Force guy. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. You'd think you'd be, an Army or Marine, right? But an Air Force guy.
The Air Force has got their own special forces groups. And
I know they do. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, anybody that wears that uniform, they get themselves in a situation. He did like anybody else would do. And, they say in war, it's not necessarily about the flag anymore. It's about your brothers and sisters out there. And he gave it up. Gave it up. So kudos to that guy, man. Amazing story. I highly recommend anybody that's an American that believes in this country, read that article, man. That guy's a hero for real. Yeah.
Man. Okay. Also this week, House Republicans released a report seeking to undermine January 6th committee and star witness. Let's see. It says here that Monday that the Republicans say demonstrates that 4 other White House employees did not corroborate key witness Cassidy Hutchinson's dramatic account of former President Donald Trump's actions that day. That's interesting. Very, very interesting. Of course, we know the former president is facing all kinds of charges all over the country. So we'll see what happens. And we'll see if he's going to end up being able to run for anything before it's over with.
I just don't know how he's going to be able to, honestly, because he's under litigation from so many different states. I just don't see how he can do it. I just don't.
We got more about airplanes this week. I may have to have a planes, trains, and automobile section, man. Good Lord. Boeing whistleblower John Barnett found dead in the midst of deposition. The lawyer said, "We are saddened by Mr. Barnett's passing and our thoughts are with his family and friends," Boeing said in a statement obtained by People. Also saw a story this week about a section of a plane coming off while it was flying. Didn't notice it until they were on the ground.
due to give a deposition about what he knew about whatever. Boeing is a huge company.
Yep.
And the guy's found dead. So draw your own conclusions, man. But I'm telling you right now, these businesses that are multi-billion-dollar companies, they don't leave anything to chance. I don't think they do. So.
All right, and then we got 50 killed in anti-sorcery rituals after being forced to drink mysterious liquid.
That's crazy.
Angola officials say. Is that nuts or what?
Did you read that article? They still have sections of Angola that people still practice witchcraft, and
belief in witchcraft is still common in some rural Angolan communities. Unbelievable, man. Wow.
And so the Catholics down there, they have these people drink this fluid to prove that they're not witches, which is in essence freaking poison, man. So it's crazy, right?
That is crazy. That's absolutely nuts, man. Absolutely nuts.
Angola almost won the Simple Jack, man, for that one right there.
Oy vey. That's crazy. 2 dead, 5 wounded in mass shooting in Washington, D.C., police say.
Yeah, in the downtown area. I mean, that's strange. I mean, and the shooter, last I saw it, has not been captured. So,
really,
yeah, it was at a corner of such and such street and such street. It sounds like something very personal to me. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was gang related or whatever. But yeah, shots, several people wounded, 2 dead. Yeah,
DC's got a crazy history with firearms. They've got a crazy.
DC doesn't.
Remember, at one time, they were the most violent city in America, and at the time, they had banned handguns in the city. And all of a sudden, when they undid the ban, the crime rate stopped. It didn't stop, but it went drastically down, like it nosedived.
Yeah,
because these guys knew that people were going to fire back now.
The only people that are affected by these gun laws are the law-abiding citizens. Criminals.
Yes.
Oh, you don't have guns anymore, huh? Okay, let's rock and roll then. Violent crimes go through the roof.
E. Clay Thomas says the Reverend Jim Jones talking about that last one in Angola. Yeah. It sounds a lot like it, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Oy vey. That was crazy. Have you ever seen that stuff about the Guyana tragedy, man?
I have.
They killed a senator that day.
Watched the documentary.
Was it a senator or a representative they killed trying to get on that plane to get out of there?
Senator down there. Jim Jones, his followers were fanatical, and they actually, in this case, they're forcing these people to, under the guise of witchcraft. So you drink this, and this will prove that you're not a witch. Jesus, okay.
That's nuts. That's absolutely
the extremes that people will go. Humans being, right? We're just
humans being. Your favorite thing to say. Yep. Humans being.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see what's next here. We got a bloody set of earthquakes today. Haitian immigrant charged with raping a 15-year-old girl in migrant hotel. Prosecutors say. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean this is
in Boston.
More and more familiar. This is in Massachusetts. This happened. 26-year-old immigrant, illegal alien, whatever you want to call them, that's housed and taken care of by, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, rapes this 15-year-old girl. So, in the freaking comfort suites, I think it is that they're using to house these immigrants. And but this story is not. I mean, it's becoming more commonplace in these sanctuary city type places.
Yeah,
these people come from other places that they don't have laws like we do. I mean, they live on dollars for the whole month, and so it's a different set of rules they live by.
Right.
And they take, so to survive.
Yep. Henry Gambles, what's up, man? Hail all as an Irishman. I wish you a happy St. Paddy's Day. We are on board for that, sir.
Salute. I'm
Trust
empty,
me.
man. I drank my Guinness.
What? Your Guinness is gone? Got to make
Empty.
it last.
I don't know how to do that, dude.
I know. You get that Guinness in front of you, it's gone. But yeah, it's good to see you, Henry. Good to see you. He and I had a long conversation in one of my threads today. He was asking all about. Matter of fact, I'll show you I'll show you some progress on my drawing I wanted to show you guys yesterday there, man. Let's see.
Wordly.
What did? Oh yeah, Eclay saying skull. Henry says what's he
Salente.
saying?
Oh,
Salente.
He knows what time it is. To
Yeah.
your health, sir. To your health.
It's good to see you, man. Okay. Of course, this also happened this week, and this is probably the biggest earthquake out of all of them because some people are going to lose their minds over this if it gets pushed through. The House passes a bill to force TikTok sale or face being banned in the U.S., and it's on the Senate floor right now as we speak, boys and girls. They want somebody other than the current owner, which I think it's in here. Well, it passed 352 to 65, which is a huge, way more than the 2/3 threshold needed for the legislation. Let's see.
So in essence, what is this bill saying?
It's saying they've got to diversify the ownership of TikTok. The name of the owner, it's really kind of moot. They're hitched with the Chinese government, and the rumor's been that all this time they've been taking the users' information and storing it there in.
Well, we invite,
basically a Chinese spy.
We invite foreign countries to do business here, don't we?
Yes, we do. Yes.
So is this a slippery slope when our government starts to dictate to companies
yeah,
how their ownership group should be structured?
I hear that argument. I hear it. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But they're saying if they diversify their ownership, then they could keep it going. But if it's just the Chinese government, then they're going to try and kick it out.
Again,
yeah,
this opens the door.
Yeah, to other
to
things. It does. Yep. Mm-hmm. That it does. That it does. Keep an eye on this one, boys and girls. It's going to be interesting because they actually went to their users.
If you're for free market and for private ownership, and you're not for government overreach,
right?
I don't give a shit if people don't like it or not.
Mm-hmm.
You either like your Constitution, your Bill of Rights, and the idea of our country, or you don't. You can't have it both ways. Freedom of speech is freedom of speech. You either have it or you don't.
Yeah. Ronnie here says seems like a power grab, but I didn't read it myself. I've been told the bill is an attempt to control social media in general. Yeah, that's the thing you got to worry about, and that's what Danny's talking about.
Social media, controlling freedom of speech, those things right there. In essence, that's what we're talking about, right? So again,
could it be the Google guys or the Facebook guys trying to get them shoved out because of the marketplace they have? Because there's a lot of money involved in this, boys and girls. A lot of money involved.
Lobbyists, right? Who's the lobbyist for this bill, right? There's just people in the background making waves and throwing money around and da-da-da-da.
It'd be interesting to see.
Yeah.
They're trying. Let's see. Eclay says they're trying to push China to sell it because we can't handle the competition. Yeah. Hey, there you go.
We invite these things, as a country, we invite these things. So
it was pretty interesting that they went to all their users and asked them to get a hold of their representation and tell them, because a lot of businesses use TikTok for advertising now and stuff. Sure. So yeah, it's very, very, very.
All doors open and they're out. So now you're trying to bring them back in. You can't have it both ways, man.
Right. All right. Guess what, boys and girls? It's time for the fastest growing segment on our show. One that my brother came up with because he was tired of idiot people trying to make decisions for the rest of us. And it's called The Best and Brightest. It's the best and brightest, boys and girls. Yes.
Now you got to laugh at me because
you have to. You have to.
Everybody's working. Everybody's trying to earn a living, take care of family. We don't have time to run government, so we elect people to do these. And these people are supposed to be highly intelligent, our best and brightest. So
yes. But would you agree we need to vet a little better, though, too?
Yes.
Yes, we need to educate ourselves a little bit more, and it's on us to do that.
Absolutely.
It is. Okay. Let's start off with his first one tonight. Fannie Willis accepts resignation of Deputy Nathan Wade in Trump, Georgia case. You mean all of this wrangling, all of this, no, that's not true, blah, blah, blah. And he's gone anyway.
Well, the judge came out and says, one of you is going to have to go. So she said, okay, side piece, you got to go. So then he's gone. I don't know if they can still run that investigation, though. She's compromised, too. So.
Oh, what's up with the security guard up there, bro? Jeez. Whoa,
what's happening?
What is
I don't know. She's securing something. She is securing something.
But anyway, yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting, man. One of you got to go. So she wasn't going nowhere, was she?
She said, okay, side piece, we got to go.
It's funny you say side piece, man. Remember I covered we're having another election for Caddo Parish Sheriff. Do you remember me covering this?
Yes.
Between Whitehorn and Nicholson?
Yes.
Whitehorn came out the other day, said he was telling you, hey, we need everybody to go vote. He said, take your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your side piece. He actually said that.
It's like Edwin Edwards. He's keeping it real. People in Louisiana appreciate that. He's robbing us.
Yeah,
he's out front about it. So,
we keep our politics friggin' above board. If we're going to be corrupt, damn it, we'll put it in your face. No problem. Get your side piece and get down there and vote.
Get down and vote, man. Get her done.
Oh, my God. The chat has blown up. What is going on here? My guy, Eclay, he's hitting it. Yeah, side piece. Henry's going side piece.
Side piece.
Too funny. Oh, he said, oops, my bad. He was slamming the chat by accident. Let's see. I salute your brother then, as that is an attitude I can deeply sympathize with. Yeah, I hear you. Right. Absolutely. Okay, so the next one we got here. Trump ramps up dark rhetoric in Ohio stump speech for Senate candidate Bernie Moreno. This is somebody that is running on his coattails. Is that what I'm to understand? Yo, man, what did he say?
He says in his speech, if he doesn't win, there's going to be a bloodbath in the country, and he would be surprised if there's ever another election. He's really ramping up the hate speech, man. He's going all in. This is my guy. You know, this guy right here, he takes it to a different level. Huge.
I just can't, Danny, I can't believe we've been reduced to this again. I mean, where is it? Where is
old guy versus old guy.
What in the hell? How did we get reduced to this again? Dude, what is going on? So, what?
Yeah.
I mean, how did this happen,
These
man?
are our options, as if we ever had another option, right?
If I have a message to the youth in this country, especially the conservative youth, those of you that want smaller government, please get involved. Run for office, please. I'm begging you. Somebody lower than the age of 70, if you don't mind. Good Lord.
This is my message to the young people of the United States. Get to know your Constitution, your Bill of Rights. Stop fighting with each other and understand that the Fed, state, and local governments are not your friend.
And don't forget
not your friend.
Don't forget what he slipped in the middle there. Stop fighting with each other. You hear me?
Stop.
You see that right there? It's the
All
truth.
this separatism is intended. Yes. Get together. You want real change? Get together. Because at the end of the day, if you sit down and talk to each other, everybody's got the same hopes, dreams, fears, aspirations. They all have the same ones. Stop believing the nonsense. Just stop.
That's it. That's a fact. Okay. Let's see what the next one is here. Oh boy. What do we got here, Dan? We got two more here. The next one is Vice President Kamala Harris. Get rid of these pop-ups, man. Vice President Kamala Harris challenges marijuana absurd scheduling at the White House roundtable, joined by rapper Fat Joe. What the hell is going on here, bro?
Well, they had a closed-door meeting with Kamala Harris, Fat Joe rapper, I think governor too, talking about how bad this.
You're roboting a lot, Dan. You're roboting a lot. Try it again.
The idea and seeking counsel from you guys think Fat Joe rapper so we can set policy in the United States. That's just amazing to me. Again, this is our vice president, best and brightest, seeking the counsel of a rapper. So there you go.
About marijuana? Is that what I'm hearing? Just scheduling it or something? Oh my God.
I mean, come on. Don't we have bigger problems in this country than pot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of roboted there, but we got the gist. Yeah, it's wow.
It's insanity.
Yeah, it is nuts. All right, the last one we got here, guys, is New York neighborhood in AOC's district blasted as third world. Conditions with illegal vendors, prostitution on streets. What?
Well,
Not
these
AOC.
This is in Queens, sanctuary city. All these illegals were housing, right? They can't find jobs, so what are they doing? They're going to Goodwills and other stores and stealing shit, and then they go out on the street and sell it. Not to mention the prostitution that goes on openly right in front of businesses. You see that, I guess somebody that's running against her went out and shot videos and took pictures of what's actually going on in the streets.
In her district.
In her district.
Wow.
Now, the people that are doing this, they're coming from, other countries where they're just doing what they normally do to survive.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But we're flooding our cities with these people. And look, we've already talked about the 26-year-old that rapes a 15-year-old immigrant, and that's not an uncommon story. I mean,
no assimilation going on.
No assimilation.
None.
No assimilation.
Prostitution, exactly which intersection or street corner?
Wow. My dude.
Asking for a friend.
Not that I'm into
my
that.
God. Oh.
I mean, you got to laugh at it, right?
Yeah, you do. You do.
If you were living there, you wouldn't be laughing, man. That's
No.
Yeah,
I don't know why any reasonable person would be living in New York at this point. That's just
some of these people, that's generational. That's their home. That's where they live, and to see it run down like that, an influx of people that don't have the same ties to our country as we do, could give a shit less about the flag and what it stands for. They're just here.
Yeah.
And they're just trying to survive. So
she's got a good point here. Ariel says, "Oh, do you guys know how many stores are actually closing in Portland because they are tired of the stealing, not from immigrants, from regulars?" Yeah.
That's local laws, right?
Yep.
Well,
absolutely.
And Ariel's picture there, he's got huge tracts of land.
She's always got huge tracts of land. Ariel is all about it. What's up, girl? Good to see you. I love In the Red Borough. Yeah, no doubt. Okay, so boys and girls. Oh man, the boss is coming at me again.
Yo.
Listen,
to the echoes, man. That's what's up, dude.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Got many.
When I have to juggle, it's gonna happen. You're gonna get 50 yos out of it. But it is time, he tells me, to get out the cup.
What?
Get out the second section of the show, the jockstrap.
Put in your
Better put the mouthpiece in. Get the friggin' pads on, because it's time to turn out the lights.
I have the utmost respect for Kurt Warner for going in there. I have the utmost respect for Kurt Warner for going in there.
How was that not in jail?
As soon as he got hit, Warner was like, I'm no longer a football player. I'm a sportscaster.
Lift and separate. Yes.
Oh,
my
that's so
God.
bad, dude.
I mean, dude. But none
I
of
hope
those hits
Tyson
are pretty.
does
None
that
of them
same-
are pretty. The first guy, I don't know who that was that Tyson gave that uppercut to, but it was not nice. That was.
I hope he gives
nice.
that to that Paul guy, dude. I don't think he will, but I really hope
I'd
he
love
knocks
it.
that guy's
I would
block.
love it if he rocked Jake Paul and Mike. Do it the old way, bro. Come out there with the white towel with the hole in the head and take this guy out in 60 seconds because you're not going to win if you don't.
No, if you don't knock him out in the first couple rounds, he's in for a long
Right.
day, dude.
But do it for me, Mike. I love you, man. I love you. I really am one of my favorite boxer ever is Muhammad Ali. No doubt in my mind. He was the greatest that ever fought. But my second favorite is Mike. I love Mike. And Mike, the poor guy, he just he didn't have the greatest mind in the world. You know, he's well known for having some mental problems and stuff.
Well, when King, got him away from
Took advantage of that dude. Yes.
Customato's camp had him just
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he stopped moving his head, he got away from Customato and that camp. He was a straightforward fighter, and
Customato and those guys took him at a young age, and he probably would have been in jail.
It's no doubt
at a very young age,
no doubt.
And he says that himself. He loves those guys, but he got a little bit too happy with the money and went after it, and that's when Robin Givens and Don King,
everybody got a piece
totally
of him.
got a piece of Mike, no doubt, and it's a shame. And I'm just happy that he can laugh about it now. Mm-hmm. If you've ever watched him, have you ever watched his stage thing he did for a while there, where he talks about himself and his history?
No.
He actually can laugh at himself now, Dan. It's good to see where he's at mentally now.
That's
because
good.
I felt really bad for him back then.
Yeah, they used him for real.
George Foreman was my favorite boxer who I wasn't related to. My grandfathers did boxing when they were young and were talented. Mike comes close, though. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. Look, I've never seen anybody hit with that much power in my life. It's ridiculous how much power he could get.
George Foreman would. He carried that power well into his 40s, man. Lord.
And that guy, Lennox Lewis, we have in the clip. That guy was great. The only thing about him was he showed you how much he respected you by how he showed up for the fight.
Sure.
If he didn't respect you, he'd have a little chub on him. He wouldn't work hard. That's it. The only thing.
Rockman knocked him out the first time they fought.
Right. And the second fight, you saw what happened. He would come in there looking like a brick shit house and destroyed him. It was great.
And there was no third fight after that.
No, Rockman didn't want any more of that shit. That's all right. Thank you.
He freaking crushed him, dude.
Well, as much as we give some of these garbage, we give some of these cities. My final word today is about one of those cities that we always talk bad about, Chicago, but it's a St. Patrick's Day tradition that they do that I really think is impressive.
St. Patrick's Day.
Thousands attend Chicago River dyeing as St. Patrick's Day's celebrations get underway. This right here, I've got some video of it too, but look how green that is.
Yeah.
It's actually, I think it's plumbers that do this. Let's see. One of the locals says, there's nothing around the world that compares to what's happening here today on St. Patrick's Day. They do have a big parade and all that stuff in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
They make a big thing out of it.
Oh, yeah.
And I've got some video here. We don't need any sound for it, but I do want to show it to you. This is
Guinness.
Real quick, let me tell you, the over 60-year tradition of dyeing the Chicago River is carried out by members of the Chicago Journeyman Plumbers Local 130. So that's who does this. And wow, it's amazing. Check out what they're doing. They're just dumping the stuff off by boat, by hose, all kinds of stuff.
Boats and hose?
And look at that time-lapse photography of it. Yeah, boats and hose. That's right. That's right. They're having a good time, brother. Yes.
Boats and hose.
Boats and hose. But that is just so neat. So as much shit as we give Chicago about being Chirac and all that good stuff, we got to give it to them for the
they
good.
They still know how to turn their water green, man.
That's it. They do know how to turn their water green. It is pretty damn neat what they do for St. Patrick's Day. Shout out to the people of Chicago for keeping the Irish end of things up for sure. It's very cool, man. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, boys and girls. Well, it's time for that award that nobody wants to win. It's that award that, it's what we like to call the Simple Jack Award. It's one my brother came up with for that person, that tries to do the right thing. Let me take that back. That person, that entity, that nation, that, sometimes he might
conglomerate.
He might give it to the whole planet one day. Who knows who he's going to give it to? But today, I have to tell you, boys and girls, we have a special poultry edition of the Simple Jack Award. It's the poultry edition today. And I'm going to let my brother explain it to you as soon as he stops laughing. Tyson hiring migrants while laying off U.S. workers is the decimation of the American dream, a top Republican says. What is this all about, Daniel?
Well, long story short, I mean, the headline says it all. They laid off like 1,000 workers in their Tennessee plant, and then in the next breath, they're in New York City, in essence, gathering a workforce with illegal immigrants, and they're giving them jobs and taking these jobs into that plant, and so they're laying off American workers and subsidizing their workforce with illegals that they can pay pennies on the dollar to do the same work. So, I mean, this is not an uncommon move by big business, but Tyson, that's sad, right? It
is super sad.
Super sad. Laying off.
They've got a lot of their operations are right directly north of me in Arkansas. I didn't know they were all the way in Tennessee. I hope they're not doing that company wide because that would be bad.
Look, they've got to count any number of sanctuary cities they can go to and find employees. If going unchecked, that's what they'll do. I mean, at the end of the day, these big companies, they're going to pay pennies for labor. Why not? If they can do it and they get away with it. But in this case, it's really come out that they're doing this, laying off American workers and hiring illegals to subsidize their workforce. And so they're going total retard on an economic scale. So, and that's all I have to say about that.
Never go full retard. Never go full retard. Never go full retard. Never.
They're going full retard, Dan.
Full retard.
Full retard.
Americans out of work.
I'm going to have to see if somebody else.
Taxpayers out of work.
Yeah, taxpayers.
Subsidized by illegals in sanctuary cities. There you go.
Unreal, man.
It's awesome.
Unreal. That sucks. Look, man, say a prayer for your fellow Americans, really. Because at the end of the day, boys and girls, we all want the same things. I really believe that JFK's speech back in the 60s said it all. We all breathe the same air.
Sure.
Come on, man. And don't ever forget what we always tell you. Stick together, my brothers. Stick together. Don't let them divide you.
You look throughout our history, any leader that's got on the national stage and was vocal about social upheaval and unity amongst the population, government and private citizens, what has happened to them?
Yeah. They're gone.
All dead. They all got assassinated.
Doesn't matter if they're black or white. They're not racist. No. These people in power are not racist. They're not. If you get people behind you, you better have the right message or you're not going to be around long.
Not going to be around.
That's it. All right, boys and girls. Let's see what's Ariel saying here. Okay, but despite how things are becoming more expensive, is the minimum wage a massive problem? Yeah, it is. It's a huge problem.
Yep.
That one we could do a whole show on that alone, I'm sure.
Yep.
It's crazy what they're doing with that shit.
Yep.
Well, we did a story not too long ago about California trying to go to a $20 fast food minimum wage, but there's curiously one fast food place that's not going to have to do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. $23 now. Is that right?
Yeah, when you're paying people, full-time wages for starter positions, what is their incentive to
move up out of it? Yeah,
there is none.
Crazy, man. I don't. Well, look, I'm saying a prayer for my country. Sorry, that's the best I can do.
Yep.
That and educate yourself. Don't just believe anything they say. Vet these people when they're trying to sell you something. Okay.
Yeah, get interested, man. If you're interested in your fucking phone, get interested in who you're sending to be your representative, man.
That's it.
Get interested in that.
Yep. Faux show. Okay, boys and girls. Let me let you know what's going on with the channel before we get out of here. I hope you all have a safe and responsible St. Paddy's Day. If you're going out to have a cocktail at your favorite Irish pub, have an Uber lined up or something like that. Get her done. Of course, you're watching the Brothers Hack the Matrix. We do this every Sunday at 5 p.m. Central Time. So come and check out the clown show that is 2024 with myself and my brother, the Hylunder, every Sunday at 5 p.m. Central Time. And later on tonight, MFR Roadhouse may be coming your way. I'm not sure. We'll find out later on tonight. Keep an eye on Jed Revenwolf's channel. If he's going to be doing it tonight, then he will let you know through that avenue. It's going to be late, though. I can tell you that. It's going to be around 11 p.m. at the earliest. Also, tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Time, we're going to have Military Monday. Sniper is the movie with Billy Zane and Tom Berenger. We're going to be going over that on Pop Culture Minefield, Morning Coffee with Gary, Military Monday, tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Time. And then tomorrow evening, I cannot believe they're doing this, Breaking and Breaking 2 on the Cannon Film Club. And Toxic Man Flu is supposed to be showing up for this thing, possibly. So, boys and girls, try and show up for this one. It's the Cannon Film Club at 4 p.m. Central Time tomorrow on That 70s Rock Fans channel, Breaking and Breaking 2. And then Tuesday night, I'm going to start my playthrough of... Hang on, let me go down here and grab it real quick because I don't have a thumbnail yet, but I've got it right here. I am going to start my playthrough of what my friends have been wanting me to play, Mass Effect. I'm going to start that on Tuesday at 10 p.m. Central Time. Well, they say it's a lot like Fable, which is one of my favorite games, but in space. So we're going to be doing that at 10 p.m. Central Time on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, it's your pop culture show. Everything you need to know about movies, TV shows, comic books, all that stuff comes your way on State of the Atmosphere Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. So come check out the crew for that. And then shortly after that show goes off, it's game night on Pop Culture Minefield's channel. I'll be trolling John as he finishes up Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection. So check Pop Culture Minefield's channel at 8 p.m. on Wednesday. And he also does it at 8 p.m. on Friday. I'm at work, but Knock will be there to hang out with him while they play Detroit Become Human on Fridays on Pop Culture Minefield. And then later on that night, I do 3 shows on Wednesday. It's my busy night because I have to go work the next day, and I don't want you to forget about me while I'm gone for a few days. So at 11 p.m. Central Time on Wednesday, I'll be doing the next part of Injustice 2, the playthrough for that I'm doing for our good buddy Martin. So Injustices, yes, there's going to be Injustice on Wednesday night at 11 p.m. Central Time. And then, of course, Friday, it's Sketching the Privateer. I'm sorry, that's the wrong thumbnail. Here it is.
What?
Sketching the Privateer. And I do want to show you this, actually, for Henry, for sure, before I get out of here. I showed it at the beginning of the show. This show comes your way at 1 p.m. Central Time on Fridays. And the portrait that I did, I started last Friday. I wanted to make sure he saw this because he was really interested in it when I showed him. This is a family portrait that I'm doing of me and my family, my kids and my wife. And of course, all the characters in my story are based on members of my family. So you've got me as the privateer. You've got David as American Fox. You've got Rhonda as Royal Fox, and then you got the birthday girl, Amanda. Yes, my daughter is a St. Patrick's Day baby. Her Irish grandmother loves it too. She's down on the bottom, and it's really coming out great. Got a lot of work done on it, just advertising my portraits and stuff this weekend. Guys Rhonda said they were watching me pretty close when I was drawing it. So this is what it's going to look like. This is probably going to be an alternate cover down the road for one of the privateer issues. So I hope you like it. I'll be working on it this Friday.
Looks kick-ass, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'll be working on it this Friday on Sketching the Privateer, and I do that show every Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time. And then, of course, it's back around to The Brothers Hack the Matrix, the clown show that is 2024 through today's headlines. So, for myself, the Hylunder, and everybody in the chat, we want to thank you for being
Oh, there it is, man.
There it is. How did you do it? See, I'm telling you.
Yeah, bro.
Do it in the center of the screen. Try it doing it in the center of the screen. No, it ain't doing it. Do it one of them. Do one of them. Just do one. No. See, we can't get it to do it. I don't know if you guys just saw the effect, but
maybe as you come out of whatever you're doing. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah, it could be something that's in the. It could be something in StreamYard.
Weird.
I do not know. Cool. Let's see what they got going on here. Okay, despite how things are becoming more expensive, wait. I read that already. Okay. She said, I vote for myself for everything, and I've yet to be sent up there. Yeah, very nice. I hear you.
Huge tracts of land.
Yes, huge tracts of land. That's her. Absolutely. Let's see. She says, until next. Yes, I've got to read this. I got to try and fit this in before the end when we leave all the time when she does type it when she's here. I love her. You know how I have my little tagline I say when I leave? This is hers. Until next time, everyone, stay out of trouble or don't get caught. I love that one. That's a great one, man. That's a great one. So you guys have a great, responsible St. Patty's Day. Happy birthday, Amanda, if you're watching. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless.